Hello students, welcome back to my biology online classes. Today I am going to start with you a completely new topic. That one is developmental biology as per my students' request. Developmental biology is in core course 13 under University of Calcutta Zoology Honours syllabus. Hope you will all going to enjoy this session about developmental biology. You are carefully going through the syllabus allotted by Calcutta University about core course 13 developmental biology. The first unit is about early embryonic development. Meaning of this early embryonic development, that embryo is not formed yet, it is the preparation for upcoming embryo development. Unit 2 comprise about late embryonic development, means embryo is already formed, and these unit 2 and events of this unit 2 is going to form after that embryo is already formed. Okay, and after that unit 3 comprise about post embryonic development, and in this particular unit you are going to study about development of brain and eye in cheek and molecular induction of brain and eye development. And unit 4, it is implication of developmental biology and the most recent technique, in vitro fertilization, stem cell, etc. all will be discussed under this unit 6, implications of developmental biology. So on defining developmental biology, what is developmental biology? Developmental biology is the study, scientific analysis and discussions on the ontogenic sequence of development of organisms is known as developmental biology. Here I have already used the term ontogeny. What is ontogeny? All organisms can reproduce, as reproduction is a basic process of continuing life from one generation to another generation. Multicellular organisms can perform this reproduction by two means, asexually and sexually. In asexual reproduction, uniparental reproduction takes place to give rise to similar offspring, but in case of sexual reproduction it needs two different parents. One is the male parent and another is female parent, and these parents produce a special reproductive cell, which one is known as gamete. New offspring is produced by the union of these gametes. A living multicellular body have two types of cells, somatic cells and germ cells. Somatic cells can take part in body formation and perform all the functions of the body except reproduction, and they all are diploid cells. Diploid means 2n. Diploid cells. All somatic cells are diploid cells. All somatic cells are diploid cells. The production of gametes from germ cell takes place by a special type of cell division. That one is known as meiosis cell division. All of you know there are two types of cell division, mitosis and meiosis. And here, for the formation of this germ cell, meiosis is needed. Why meiosis is needed? All of you know that meiosis is known as reductional division, and by the process of meiosis that 2n number is reducted to n number of cells. Why this n number of cells generation is needed? Because when a gamete will be formed, then n form male parent and n form female parent can give rise to 2n zygote. Okay, if this meiosis division or reductional division not occurred, then what happened? Then what will happen? What will going to happen? This one is also 2n, this one is also 2n, and this zygote is going to develop as 4n, which is not possible. So this reductional division, meiosis division, at the time of formation of this germ cell in both parent bodies, process division is needed. Gamete can be defined as a reproductive unit or cell containing haploid number of chromosomes accompanied by maternal cytoplasm and capable of fertilization. Gametes are of two types, as all of you know, male gamete and female gamete. Male gamete is known as sperm and female gamete is known as ova. The process by which union of male and female gamete or union of sperm and ovum takes place, that process is known as fertilization, and the resultant diploid cell is known as zygote. The zygote, through different process, cleavage, blastulation, gastrulation and organogenesis, can give rise to a new but similar individual like parents, and this whole developmental process is known as ontogeny. The study, scientific analysis and discussions on the ontogenic sequence of development of organism is known as developmental biology. There are also two terms, embryogenesis and blastogenesis. These two terms is needed to better understand this developmental biology, and particular this session is about introduction of developmental biology. So what is embryogenesis and blastogenesis? Development of embryo from a zygote is known as embryogenesis, and creation of offspring through asexual reproduction is known as blastogenesis. So what are the different process of ontogenic development? The different process of ontogenic development are in your syllabus step by step in your unit, as I am already discussed with you about your syllabus. So first step of ontogenesis is gametogenesis. Gametogenesis. Genesis means to generate something and gamete. So gametogenesis means generation of gamete. Gamete means in male parent, gamete means sperm cell production, and gametogenesis in female parent means ovum production. The process in which male and female gametes are generated is known as gametogenesis. Gonads are the reproductive organ where this gametogenesis occurs, where gametes are produced. Gonad, where gametes are produced, where gametes are produced. In male body, this one is known as male gonad, and female body, female gonad, and male gonad is known as testis and female gonad is known as ovary. The process by which sperm develops in testis, this one is called spermatogenesis, and the process by which ovum is produced in the ovary, in the female gonad, that one is known as oogenesis. This spermatogenesis, oogenesis and overall gametogenesis will be all discussed in detail in my classes. Next step of ontogenesis is fertilization. So, ontogenesis steps. Gametogenesis. First one is gametogenesis, and gametogenesis is of two types, spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Production of sperm is called spermatogenesis and production of ovum is called oogenesis. The next step is fertilization. Next step is fertilization. In fertilization, in the step of fertilization, fertilization is a physiological process which sperms and ovums are united, are being united to form a zygote, and the zygote will be 2N. Zygote will be always 2N. After zygote formation, this 2N condition is restored and zygote begins to undergo cleavage. Begins to undergo cell division, which is known as cleavage. Okay. The next step of ontogenesis is cleavage. So the next step of ontogenesis is cleavage. In this process, repeated mitotic divisions occurs. Mitosis division is required because this zygote is unicellular, and after performing so much mitotic division, this single cell unicellular zygote is going to form a large rise to a multicellular ball, which one is known as blastula formation. This is known as cleavage. Each cell of blastula is known as blastomere, and the cavity within blastula is known as blastocell. So let's come the next step of ontogenesis. The next step of ontogenesis is gastrulation. In case of gastrulation, morphogenetic movement can take place, give rise from this blastula to a three-layered gastrula. And what is this three-layer? Ectoderm, endoderm, and mid of these two layers will be mesoderm. Each of these three layers is known as germinal layer. Next step of ontogenesis is organogenesis. Organogenesis, as the name suggests, organogenesis, genesis of organ, to generate organ, organogenesis. The next step of ontogenesis is organogenesis, and after successful completion of organogenesis, a new individual is formed. So this is a brief introduction about developmental biology. Here are two terms you will get. In previous days, it was known as embryology. In case of embryology, the total discussion will be restricted. This total embryology was restricted about the start of embryo formation, gamete formation, and after the embryo, before birth of that embryo, that embryology will be completed. The preparation, making of this gamete to embryo formation, that embryology was restricted, but developmental biology is not restricted before birth. Okay, before birth or before full embryo formation. Developmental biology means it occurs throughout the life. So this is in brief introduction of developmental biology.